There we go. Welcome to your breath, to this moment. Breathe in. Let your breath fill your whole body. Breathe out. Relax your whole body. Welcome yourself into the space that we're sharing together. Whether you're listening to this recording, watching this video later, or with us right now. Take time to get just a little bit more comfortable. You may want to lie down. You may want to adjust your seat so that your head is over top of your shoulders instead of forward a bit. Tuck your chin. Give yourself a little wiggle as you wiggle into place. Settle into each breath. Settle into this moment as we feel into balance. How does balance live in you right now? When I've asked other people, it's like, what is balance for you? And they describe when a sense of ease, what I feel is a sense of ease. And there is an easiness is when I feel in balance, and it's never static. Balance is about, for me in my body, is a moment to moment, breath by breath, breathing into, and now, how is this moment? Now, is it more action, more rest? What tiny little adjustment. And when it's out of balance, I'm really exhausted from too much work, or really, I don't usually get bored from too much rest. But that might be just me. People who know me may be laughing right now. And balancing that. Our body can't handle what sort of the enthusiasm. I'm thinking of my enthusiasm for life and engaging with life sometimes. And it's like your body, my body goes, no, 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 you need to rest. You need to have balance in your life. You need to bring a sense of joy when it's joyful, and when it's sad, just let it be sad. That's also a sense of balance for me. And we have these bodies that will give us energy for some things, and so we have to balance that. Only a certain amount of, I don't know, it sounds like a myth. Some people will argue with me that we only have a certain amount of energy or a certain amount of life, that it's our minds that keep us from living forever or being awake all the time. So, that being said, that is a possibility. And in this moment, just allow yourself to feel into what is balance for you. Your sleep-work balance, your play-work balance. I mean, do you live in a culture that prioritizes work over play? I'm not so sure about that. You might. And can I find that own balance within myself right now, in this moment? What does that feel like? What does that enoughness feel like? I've done enough work, I've spent enough energy on this that I can play now. Definitely that balance, I think, came from my parents. That idea that your work must be done before you can play. And not everybody feels that way. Not everybody's taught that. So find balance in your body right now. Balance is not static. It's not a one and done. It's constantly readjusting, reevaluating. What is it now that I need? What is it now that would serve life and those around me? Because God knows just serving me does not work. Speak from my own experience, that's not balance in my life. It's again more balance of like, I'm in the situation now. It's making a decision to balance my needs with other people's. And before I can even enter into the conversation, I've got to start saying, what do I really want? What needs are going to be met? Before responding to others who also have needs. It's not going to work for me if I go through life just me, or like not in contact with me and just always just serving others. There's a balance between the two. My beloveds do not want it to be all about them, or me, frankly. They want to be considered, and they want me to be happy too. How is that for balance? What does that feel like? Feels pretty good. So breathing in, let that sense of balance permeate your body in this moment. Let yourself feel in the middle of that seesaw, the middle of that teeter-totter. Notice when using that metaphor for when we feel really out of balance, when they slam onto the ground for it to be one way, or thrown up in the air. Or the other way, it may be exciting. Maybe we want to make more subtle adjustments. Whatever. A sense of balance is, I believe, a need for me. And how does it feel in your body right now? What brings you a sense of balance? Keep breathing into that adjustment, getting to know yourself, including yourself. Often getting to know myself is within community. I'm better at getting in contact with myself sometimes when I get reflected by other people. Many people that are drawn to NVC find that as well. So let yourself breathe into that work-play balance. that rest and action balance. One thing that before we move to the ending of this is that many of you know that the proprioceptors in our body, it looks like we're standing still, but they're constantly readjusting these. They kind of go back and forth like this, if you're looking at me. In our body, when it looks like somebody's sitting still or standing still, there's constant adjustments our bodies are making to be in that state. So be aware, be flexible, be fast on your feet, fluid. Be fluid enough to find it within an internal sense, and be open to readjusting in the next breath. I know you want it longer. I know you do. I do too. And we do what we can. For ourselves, we notice that in relationships when there's balance with give and take. We notice that in the world. And I hope so much that all beings in the world benefit from this practice today of we find as we're exploring balance. Thank you so much.